Hey guys, how are we doing today? I know that it's all season of Valentine, it's all season of love, and I believe whatever life throws at us, we should learn growth. So in that wise, we will be talking about self-consciousness today. What does it mean to you? What does it mean to me? What does it mean to us generally? I used to say something that life comes in 4 stages. To me, life comes in 4 stages. We have the first stage as the child stage, where you learn your first speech, where you learn to take your steps, and then it moves to the teenage, the adulthood, and then the old age. Another thing is, if your first stage is not well grounded, if it is not well founded, it may make or mar your entire lifespan. So let me give us this analysis. If you are not well grounded at that child stage, it will affect your teenage, and then when you start to settle down, when you're in a relationship, when you get married, you start to have problems. And then at your old age, when you're supposed to be resting, you're supposed to sit back, relax, and enjoy the works of your hands, all you enjoy is bitterness, because you have sown bitterness. Let's be frank with ourselves. What kind of life are you living? What kind of life have you taken into your marriage? What kind of life have you taken into your relationship? Or if you are not yet married, what kind of life are you planning to take into that stage? What self-consciousness means is the state of being aware, creating awareness. You're aware of your character, you're aware of your behavior, you're aware of your thoughts, you're aware of your appearance, you're aware of how you are being perceived by others. What kind of attitude do you have? What kind of character do you have? What kind of behavior are you embodied with? Do you steal? Do you tell lies? Are you untrustworthy? Are you deceitful? Are you a betrayer? Are you a heartless person? All of this, if not properly checked, can affect your relationship, whether in your marriage or your relationship with others. I have seen different cases in marriage where spouses fault one another. She's this, she's that, is this, is that. And then I have come to a kind of conclusion that if we will critically look at who we are before settling down and work on our shortcomings, I believe that though marriage comes with ups and downs, but with God, we'll know peace. So what kind of a person are you now? Yoruba proverb says, "Any burumo umwa any to masofun." We all know the various behaviors that we have either inherited or that we have learned, whether from our peer group or from our family or from our friends. A self-centered person, a selfish person, a greedy person wants to get married. So tell me how you will not have problem in your marriage. A self-centered person is a person that does not share. Is a kind of person that does not tolerate. And tell me how you live under the same roof with a total stranger that you do not know. And you want peace. And you want a forever thing. You are a betrayer. You have betrayed people in the past and you see it as nothing. So how do you live with a woman? How do you live with a man under your roof and not betray that person? You stand before thousands of people, millions of people, hundreds of people to enter into a covenant, to make vows. I don't understand the eagerness for us to go to Ikoyi local government, Ikoyi registry, because I think that's the most popular registry. Now, if you have not been to Ikoyi registry, as a married couple, you are not married. We are always particular about the type of registry we get married at. We are particular about the church. We are particular about the venue. We are intentional about what we wear on our wedding day. But we are less concerned, nonchalant about our attitude, about our personality. That attitude, that personality, that mindset that you're taking into the marriage. I have seen people go into marriage for dubious means. Some go into marriage because they want to scam their spouses. Some go into marriage for the sake of inheritance. Only ojukokoro ló gbé ẹlòmíì wọnú marriage. Laziness has pushed some ladies into marriage. Laziness, idleness. You cannot fend for yourself. You do not want to be responsible. And so for that reason, you decided to go and marry. Waje palaba iya. Waje palaba iya. You will suffer. There are no two ways to it. Your bachelorhood is nothing to write home about. You did not check it. I have seen people whose bachelor life go down, but then they got married and they became changed people. Yes, it happened because they were intentional. They had this self-consciousness. They long for a change. They want to be a better version of themselves. And so they were able to achieve it. I cannot change you if you are not willing to be changed. Stealing, I cannot take it out of your eyes. Adultery, I cannot take it out of your eyes if you are not willing to let it go. So there must be willingness inside of you. You must be conscious of what you are doing. You must be intentional about it for a change to happen. You cannot change a man. You cannot change a woman that does not want to be changed. Only God can. So don't enter into marriage because you want to change him, because you want the world to know that you are a child of God. Marriage is not a ministry where you say you want to sow. You want to sow seed into the ministry. Trying to change a person can make you the worst version of yourself. If you are not careful, if proper care is not taken, you will become the worst version of yourself. Because in the quest to change that person, you have forgotten about yourself, you have left yourself, you have carried that person in your head. And then when you make mistakes, you are not cognizant of your mistakes. Let's get it well. Let us understand that concept before we go into it. I remember years back when I wanted to get married, I told my husband, I said, I need a break because marriage scares me a lot. I don't want to start what I cannot finish. I don't want to run in and run out. I want to walk in and stay put there. I want to walk in and be comfortable there. I want to walk in and make changes and make impact there. I had my resolutions, I had my affirmations before getting married. I prayed. I fasted. Because I don't want to be like Mrs. A and Mrs. B. I'm not a critic. So I'm not criticizing who Mr. A is, what Mr. B has done wrong. I am just trying to make Mr. A and Mr. B my eye openers. I don't say, you didn't do well. I look at that part where you have done something wrong. And then I take a lesson out of it. Generally, that is how I live my life. I would not say, Oshi. Whatever you may have done, I wouldn't say you didn't do well. I read books. In fact, I have been following people's story even when I wasn't even prepared. During my spinsterhood, when it wasn't even coming at all. I haven't gotten to the stage of marriage. I have been reading books about marriage. To a point where when I talk outside, people feel that, or maybe she's secretly married to somebody. I have friends who are married, who got married before me, and when I give them advice, they're like, Busola, we don't understand. It's because I understand the concept of marriage. Biblically, I understand it, what marriage means. And then I have worked on myself, and I constantly pray to God day in, day out, that God make me a better version of myself. What I am today, I am grateful, I am thankful, but I want you to do more for me. Don't leave me here. Because even me, I am not settling with what I am now. So I work on myself every blessed day. Some of us have stopped working on ourselves ever since we got married. And if you are not careful, this kind of training, this kind of teaching that you have in your head is what you pass on to your children. And then you see them making worse mistakes than you did in your own time. We need to do better. We can do better. Let us know the right things. Let us learn to know the right things. Let us be a better husband, a better woman, a better wife, a better sister, a better brother, a better worker, a better friend, a better boss, Let us learn to be better. Let us be self-conscious. A man that has multiple sex mates while single, if care is not taken, he will have more than multiple when married. A man that cannot take his eyes off something belonging to his friend, whether material things, will find it difficult to take his eyes off other women. A man who sees a wristwatch on his friend, a woman who sees a wristwatch on her friend and wants it and begs for it, or secretly takes it behind that person, such person, you will find yourself in the act of adultery. Because what pushes people into adultery, what pushes people into fornication, do you know? Lack of contentment. When you are not contented with what you have, if you cannot take your eyes off things that belongs to other people, when you see phone, you want it. When you see a brand of wristwatch on your friend, you want it. You're always wanting the useful and the useless things in people's life. You always want it. You are adulterous. Oga, you are adulterous. Work on yourself. Auntie, you are a fornicator. Work on yourself. You, because your husband do not have enough, you jump onto Mr. B. What stops you from having enough if he doesn't have? What stops you from having enough? That is not enough reason for you to become a useless commodity. You are not essential. You are not an essential commodity. And you are not even a scarce commodity. So stop being a useless commodity. Let's work on ourselves. You lie, you are dishonest, work on yourself. You have the spirit of hatred in you, work on yourself. You are a gossip, work on yourself. You have scattered many marriages because of your garrulous act, work on yourself. You talk too much, work on yourself. You cannot keep secrets. So how do you intend to keep other people's secrets? Work on yourself. Stop soiling the garment of your family in the mud. Stop embarrassing your family. Your wife cannot move around. They will start to point fingers at her. Your husband cannot move around. They will point fingers at him. See, that's Lagbaja's husband. That woman that used to fornicate that dog. That's her husband. So he's handsome. Wow, that man is trying, That man is enduring. Stop the act. Even when the other person is not complaining. You're the needful. Don't be a betrayer. It has a way of coming back to you. Even when that person you betrayed forgives, karma will speak. Even when God forgives and the person you offended or you betrayed forgives, karma will come knocking. So it is better not to do it. It is better not to do it. Remember, you I do. Who are you before you said I do at the altar? Who are you now? You said I do before God, not before the registrar, not before the pastor, not before those people, not before those guests. You said I do before the ultimate Almighty God. And then you go back into the corner of your room. Some people do not even last 12 hours after that vow. They have already jumped into their old garments, into their old ways. They have jumped into that pit that they vow never to revisit. That vomit that they brought out of their mouth, they are already rubbed in it. Few hours after they are ready. You see that vow? Do not take it with levity. It means a lot and more. Do not take it with levity. That vow. The vow is the reason why some people's businesses have been wrecked like sheep on the sea. That's why that vow that you broke is the reason why you cannot move forward anymore. That vow that you have broken is the reason why you're having issues with your health. That vow that you have broken is the reason why you have gone broke. There is a difference between failure and doom. Betrayal brings doom. That vow that you have broken, that act that you have just exercised, is the reason why you are in doom. You go up, you come down. You rob people to people, you come back to that same point. Whatever resources that you have been gathering, it vanishes. You still come back to that same point. And the reason is because it takes more than mere words to be set free of the penalty of betrayal. So So let's be conscious and let's be cautious of whatever we do, whatever we say, how we act. Don't say you do, and then the next 1 hour you are undoing. Don't give somebody an assurance and you shatter their trust. Don't give somebody an assurance and you shatter their trust. Don't be a reason why people's commitment is shattered. Don't be the reason why people's hope is bullied. Don't be the reason why people's happiness is stolen or murdered. Be careful. If I work on myself, you work on yourself, we work on ourselves, this life will be a better place for us. Thank you.